like forte to mezzo forte. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do.
In respect for the next performance, please turn off all cell phones at this time. We also request that you refrain from using flash photography or video lighting during the performance. Thank you. We would now like to take a moment to introduce our distinguished panel of Festival Disney adjudicators. Dr. Anthony Purcell, Director of Bands at the University of Central Missouri. Dr. Catherine Rand, Director of Bands at the University of Southern Mississippi. And Dr. Alexander Jimenez, Professor of Conducting and Director of Orchestras at the College of Music at Florida State University.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to our Festival Disney stage from Grove City, Ohio, under the direction of Jason Graham, the Grove City High School Symphonic Band.
5 minutes. Okay, excuse me. Sweat just a little bit. It's a little wet up there now. All right. All right. Hey, I think I just said on the microphone back there, I said that was just like a mic drop moment. It's like, bam, walking off the stage. Okay? Yeah. It was really wonderful, and there's a lot of great things going on. You played one of my favorite pieces since I'm a French horn player. Yes! You have to go with full Scottish dances. It's a great piece. All right, but I also live in Mississippi, and Lafayette, Louisiana is only about 4 hours away from me, and I've been to Lafayette several times, and Frank Kelly has come out and worked with my group, and I've known him for many, many years, and he's a wonderful man. So what I'd like to do, has he worked with you guys at all, ever? You should invite him sometime. He's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple of comments. There's not a whole heck of a lot that I'm going to say, but I want to give you a couple of comments. Maybe to make some things a little bit better. In the Lafayette piece, the Frank Kelly work, I would just like you to balance like the intro a little bit more so that I have a really defined idea what is melodic line, what is counter melody, and what is background. A lot of times when in this particular work, everybody was almost column sound, everybody was the same volume, instead of really paying attention to who has what, all right? So who has the melody line in the very beginning? Who has the melody line? Raise your hand. All right, so nobody really can play louder than that grouping of people, all right? So who has counter melody? All right, okay, I see horns are raising their hands. I'm sort of at a counter melody and saxophones. Well, I would say horns, you're in the melodic line idea. Saxophones, you are definitely counter melody. Percussion, where's my washboard? I've done a piece with washboard, that's awesome. Where is it at? Okay, you guys are gonna have to hold that up for me. What are you using on the washboard? Okay, and you're actually putting it on your fingers? All right, yeah, good deal. And you might want to, you could even use 2 if necessary to get that volume across, because you really want the audience. Part of what you do is audience participation. If they see you up there going, all right, that's what they want to see, okay? But so make sure that they can see what you are doing there. It's the same thing with the tambourine. When you start to play the tambourine, especially in this Cajun piece of music, don't play the tambourine down. Play it up a little bit so the audience can see that, and also that sound comes across. All right, so everybody else has this motor. The motor should be felt, not necessarily heard. So I should feel the motor. Then we have that counter melody line, and melodic line should be out the most. All right, so can we try this introduction a little bit, and then I will get to 4 Scottish dances, I will have to admit. All right, would you like to come on up? I already love that. And did you hear the washboard, by the way? Yeah. Okay, and that's the whole thing. He's all about, okay, yes, yeah, that's in Louisiana, in New Orleans, if you go down in the street in New Orleans, people are playing washboard and doing all the spoons and all kinds of stuff. You want to hear that texture, your texture and color to the whole ensemble. So make sure we're bringing what you have to give out a little bit. That was 1,000 times better in balance. What do you think? Okay, yes, so do I. All right, I still want to go ahead and just do that just a little bit more. So we're going to play that intro. And when we get to 9, we have some individual parts that play at 9. I have solos, oboe solo, and then we have solo in bassoon. Where's my oboist? Wonderful job, bassoon's back there. Okay, make sure that you give me direction, even if it's 2 notes you have like E, G or something like that, G, G, G. Make sure there's a lot of direction in the line of the G's and repetitive notes. Right? Make me feel like I'm moving someplace. All right, balance and color. Here we go. don't forget on your part, ching, 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 you have to vibrato all the way through all of those pizzicato basses, all right? If you've never been to New Orleans before, there is a woman that plays clarinet on the streets. Her name is Doreen. You can look her up online. She is crazy. I mean, what a Cajun kind of sound. And that's that kind of sound that you're really looking for.
The Doreen Pepper.
You won't believe your ears. I don't say this much. It's a distinct honor for me and for everyone on this stage to be sharing the stage with Doreen.
Great job. So let's now take a look at 4 Scottish dances. All right. Out of 1, 2, or 3, which movement would you like me to work on? Because I wrote notes on all 3. Is there any particular one? Okay. All right. So yeah, let's take a look at 2, because that means I can hit some percussion stuff as well. Looking at 2, bass drum, can you show me the mallet you're using? Okay, that's a real staccato mallet. Do you have a different size mallet? Okay, is that what are you using on 2? Okay, what I want, and I wrote here, at E, bass drum mallet, I need a furry big mallet. So the biggest mallet that you have that's going to spread the tone a little bit, instead of being staccatoed sound, I need instead of all right, that's going to change what we sound like at E. All right, so everybody look at that second movement, and I want to look at measure 66, if you don't mind, please. Oh, I think I'm working. All right, 2 before what? 2 before B, okay. All right, when we're looking at 66, there's several people that enter there with the 16th notes. You have to subdivide 16th notes before that. That's number 1. You should be subdividing before you get there so you know to keep in time. But the other people that are the most important people, trumpet 1, trumpet 2, T-bone 1, T-bone 2, and snare drum. You're going to have a tendency to fall behind pulse. You need to be subdividing before you get there as well. You need to set embouchure in place, set instrument in place before you play those and beats. If you don't, you're going to be slightly late to the beat, all right? Because you have to go right in with the flute part. Can we try wherever you would like to? Yeah, start at A, subdivision in anybody that comes in measure 65, and trumpets, trombones must subdivide before getting into 66. Here we go. That was better that time. You have to be consistent with that. When you played it as a performance, we were a little bit late to the beat. Okay, so you really want to make sure that you think about that. The other thing that I will tell you is any and every pickup note that you do in this movement or any other movement, the pickup note must be monumental. This pickup notes, all of these pickup notes, lead you into a different key. Beep-ba-beep-ba, jita-tita. All right, that idea. So for instance, measure 67, those 3 eighth notes on and of 3, 4, and must lead me into the downbeat of measure B. All right, I've got very little time. Can we take a look at E so we can hear what your bass drum mallet sounds like in the second movement? You should, percussionist, always choose hit things. All right, I know that you do. Your parents probably go, please stop. Your color comes from mallet choice and stroke. So if you don't like the sound of something, change mallets. All right, so let's try E, please.
I got right hand here.
All right, I like that sound better. Can you play the other mallet that you were playing? And then try it. The other mallet. The one you used during the concert. Okay, and then change the other one. Go back to the one that I'm asking you to play on. Deeper tone. Okay, you can do whatever you would like in the drum, but it does give a deeper sound. And since, excuse the expression, parents, this actually is why this is written, the drunken sailor person over here, That's exactly what we want. You're just you're a step going, okay, I got it, all right? And that's what you should feel like. And you, man, go from here to here, all right, with the, how you're going to phrase it. And I know I'm out of time, but I want to hear that one more time. I want you to over-exaggerate. Over-exaggerate. Don't keep it in a box of a soup box. Bring it out. All right.
E4, guys, just with the pickup to E.
Here we go.
You got that 4 note pickup to E. Here we go. You get 3. 1, 2. Next year.
Right, parents? We know that. Okay. Perfect. Exaggerate. Give me character. Great job. Great job on tone. Fabulous. Guys, you are wonderful. Drop the mic on you. Congratulations for a great performance today. All right?